Hi everyone. I hope you're doing good. Hi Lay. Hi Combat. Welcome, welcome. It's the weekend. Nice, right? Usually. Um, my voice is not great at the moment. I was a bit sniffly this morning, so we're gonna have a little bit of a cold going on or something, which is always a little bit annoying, but it's okay. It'll pass. My light doesn't want to stay on. There we are. I've been going to bed late recently again, which is terrible. It's really annoying. I don't know why I keep doing that, but it's fine. I'm awake. I'm rested, sort of, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we're playing more Ghost Trick, and we should be finishing it today, in fact. And then I'm not sure what to do, so if anyone has any game ideas they want to share. I mean, I have a list of games as well that I'll go through. But of course, if you have any ideas, feel free to shout them out. I'll see if I can play it after. Of course, depending on if I have the game or whatever. You haven't even seen me play this game yet? Well, I mean, I've been playing it for 2 days. Like Tuesday and Thursday I played this game. And I'm almost done with it, so... You might be very confused if you've never seen it before. Because the story is very confusing. I can try to explain the story. So we, at the start of the game, died. Great, right? Good start. We died, became a ghost. Don't know who we are. We assumed that we were this guy that was dead on the floor. Right next to us. Makes sense, right? You're a ghost, you see a body, you're like, well, that's probably my body, right? Makes sense. Then there's this assassin guy who's trying to kill this girl who was near us. And we're like, well, we don't want the assassin to kill the girl, you know, that would be bad. So we use our ghostly powers. We can manipulate objects. We can go into objects and manipulate them. We use that power to cause the assassin to fail his shots and the girl to get away, right? And then we get wrapped up in this whole conspiracy thing where there's this manipulator who apparently has similar powers to what we do, but he can actually control people, which is bad. Like limited control, but still he can control people. He's been around forever. And we were told, okay, well, you're a ghost now and you have until dawn, and then your spirit will pass on. So you have until dawn to get through this entire mystery, and then you're just gone. But this manipulated thing came much later. It's like a lot of things suddenly make sense, where like, because you find out that the girl who you saved actually shot you, but she only shot you because she was being manipulated by this person. Or at least you think she shot you, but she was being manipulated by the guy, the manipulator, who's actually the body you found when you were just awake as a ghost. So it's not your body, it's someone else. And that person actually died 10 years ago. Are you following still? Is that... So he has been dead for 10 years, but he didn't actually die. He was hit by a meteor, and apparently the meteor gave him special powers or something, which meant he didn't die at all. right? He kept living and he had this ghostly power just as we did. But has been like living for 10 years and messing with people this entire time, trying to sell his services to some unscrupulous folk. And of course, the government has been trying to figure out where this deal is going to take place. It's apparently going to take place in a submarine, or like the bad guys, right, are in a submarine. We want to get to the submarine before the guy gets there, I guess. I'm not sure. And we want to stop the bad guys and I guess get the meteor out of his body, or make sure it doesn't hit his body. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen yet. But there was a lot of stuff, like we did a jailbreak, there were people implicated in stuff they didn't do. All because this guy behind the scenes was trying to get rid of everyone who was involved in his death 10 years ago. If that makes sense. Because he was taken into custody by the police, chased down by a detective, kidnapped a girl, and then was hit by a meteor and died. But the detective wanted to shoot him, and because he chased him, he blames the detective. Because the girl was in the way, he blames the girl for being there in the first place, which is crazy to me. The girl was 8, by the way. He's like, well, if the girl wasn't there, I wouldn't have taken her hostage. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That's that's not how you should think. That is a terrible way to see it. That people logic, probably. Well, criminal logic, more like, right? He's like, well, it couldn't be my fault. It's not like I escaped from jail with a gun, and then, well, they left the gun, so I have to use it, right? I might as well. Like, the guy forgot his gun, so if he hadn't forgot his gun, I wouldn't have taken it and run out to take a girl hostage with the same gun. And then if I hadn't been chased by the other detective, I wouldn't have had to use it either, because it's like so many steps of logic that are like, no, you should never do that, no matter what. But you know, they did, so he's crazy. We want him out of the picture. So yeah, that's basically it. We still don't know who we are. We know we're not that person, right? We can't be that person because he's still alive. So who we are, that's still kind of a mystery. I'm sure we'll find out at the end. But I think that's about it. It's a bit of a very short, like, summary of the story. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About two hours before dawn, the phone rang. Summit, hello. Welcome, welcome. I think we're in the phone right now. Hello? This is Jowd. Sissel, are you listening? We need your powers. So Jowd is a detective that chased the guy 10 years ago and was planning to shoot him. This guy who picked up the phone with the burb on his head is the surgeon, or the oh, what's it called? Shit, I'm blanking on the body. The term. What the heck, brain. He did the autopsy on the body of the criminal 10 years ago. So they're all related. And this guy, he tried to do the autopsy and he couldn't do it, by the way. I think that's pretty funny, because he was like, oh, there's this body, he's dead, but there's not a scratch on him, right? Even though he got hit by a meteorite. So the body is just completely pristine. And then he tries to cut into it with his scalpel, and as soon as he does, the wound heals up. So he can't, he can't cut because it keeps healing up. And he's like, what the fuck is this body? Then he goes to inform people like, I can't do the autopsy. And then the body gets up and walks away. And then he comes back and the body is gone. He's like, what the fuck? That's, yeah. I don't think you want that when you're trying to do your job, right? It's not great. So he spent the last 10 years, or at least most of it, trying to figure out what the heck is going on with that. No time to talk, we'll be waiting for you. Okay. So we want to go to the phone that he just called us from. Control room, apparently. Oh. Well, you better get going. This long night is drawing to an end. Looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. At the other end of the phone line, I'm finally gonna find all my answers. I better go. Yeah, let's go. Let's find some answers. A single telephone line connects me and the other Sissel. But that single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people. And I just reached the center of the web. It's a submarine. Welcome to the Yonoa. Detective Jowd. My detective sense must have gotten rusty. Didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jowd. I used your phone, hope you don't mind. Wow. Look at this man. His eyebrows are indicative of evil, right? Agad, never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing as you're a death row inmate. And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. A submarine, eh? How did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew where the Yonoa was going to surface. Confound it. We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals. Bang. The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. Oh my god. That is actually very smart. How did he preload his gun with a radio transmitter bullet? He was thinking like 5 steps ahead, this man. I have a little something for you. Oh, and that is actually the signal tracker, is it? Cabanela has given me some weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch. Oh yeah. Yes, Inspector Cabanela, I hear he's an excellent investigator. By the way, where's the man in red? I know he's on this submarine somewhere. Ah, Sissel, you mean? Oh, he's right there. You can relax. That's nothing but his shell. Shell, eh? His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely right about now he's controlling your daughter. Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If If you need a hostage, take me. Just please let her go. Ah. There's something our nation needs. Sissel has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Sissel has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here. Bargaining chip? Oh. Our nation has already researched it. This product that Sissel has to offer. The source of his powers. Meteorite thing? Well? What? What in the world was that? That's the Temsic fragment. It gives spirits special powers. And now our deal with Sissel is concluded, as far as we are concerned. What are you talking about? Tisk. What a mistake to make, right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jowd. Farewell. Oh. What the? What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jowd? Where'd he go? Where did we go? A keyword slap every time. Yeah. He has to do it that way. You can't just type normally, you know. What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger. I better find them, and fast. Okay, we're in the phone. What do we have here? Wait. They were here, huh? It's Missile! Oh my god, he's here! The best boy. Still hasn't grown out of his typewriter habits? Probably, yeah. Yes, I think even I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago? I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog. What with my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better. Anyway, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla. Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff him out? I'm sorry to say, I don't think it can. Why did I even bother to ask? But you do have the power to swap objects. Let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together. You got it. Oh yeah. Missile is best character. The telephone is ringing. Wow! It's Miss Camilla, I just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me. I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to the phone before it stops ringing. You bet. No. What the? Okay. That is... Wait, how do I... Wait, so I can swap the lights, but then... I guess we go to the phone like this. Hello, Miss Camilla? Hello? You can't answer the phone. It's no use. This black hello just doesn't like me. Just create a path for me, Missile. I'll come right over. I mean, that's easy enough to say, but... You can switch the switches. Oh god. Okay, wait. I need to use the mouse here. And swap these. But how does that help me though? Like, swapping them doesn't help me get closer, right? Unless I can swap it with... I'm in it, but I can't. What the heck? Oh, wait. Okay. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so being able to swap the emergency lights doesn't affect anything. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. Got a bad feeling about this. Sissel, look! That black hello, it came off the hook. Uh-oh, I better answer it fast. Why does he think it's called a black hello? What is that even? Hello? Is anybody there? It's her, the little lady. It's Sissel, where are you? Somebody please answer. I guess you can't hear my voice. You too, huh? Oh good, I thought she was just ignoring me. Somebody help me. Lynn is... Is that Lynn? Miss Lynn. You better hurry. Let's go, Sissel. Yeah, let's go there. I guess Lynn has died again. Yep, she's she's dead again. Damn it, Lynn! Why do you keep having to die? This is... How many times has she died in the game? 5? 5, 6? I don't even know anymore. You bastards! I don't know how she died though. Who killed her? Because I can't be like, you killed Lynn, you bastard. I can't do that because she might have just drowned. She's had moments where nobody actually killed her, she just died. It's no use. Nobody's answering. Miss Camilla and Miss Lynn. Oh, poor Miss Lynn. Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. Looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady. Sissy, I knew you'd come. Miss Camilla! And Miss L too. I'm so glad to see you're alright. Well, I wouldn't say I'm alright exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Miss L, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What? My voice? That's right, Camilla has a core now, so that means she did hear Miss L's voice before, when he saved her that time. So that was you, wasn't it, Miss Isle? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Miss Camilla, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy. Oh. Hey, Miss L. Could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while? Huh? But you don't need my powers? I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Okay, I'll do it. Thank you, Miss Al. Aw. Little doggo that could. I wonder what happened this time. I'd better talk to the little lady a little more. Okay. Yeah, let's talk. Could you tell me what happened? Yeah, she was kidnapped. And she was taken away from the old house. After that, I think I fell asleep. Only taken to the submarine. I woke up to the sound of an engine. So she was already in a submarine by then. I thought to myself, I have to escape. The next thing I knew, I found myself in this big room. I was so tired, I couldn't move. And then... Camilla! I was so relieved, I don't remember what happened after that. She must have passed out, the poor thing. You've been through so much. You were very brave. I think Lynn's probably been through more than me. You've both been brave. Oh. Zelda, hello. Hope you're doing good. Okay, I guess we just go over here. Alright, that's good to hear. I'm good too. A little bit tired, but overall good. I need to relax some more, I think. I spent most of yesterday working on the animation and stuff like that. Actually, I wonder if you can I just import it like this? Yeah, there you go. Look at it go. I still need to work on it a little bit more, but that's basically going to be the animation. Sissel, you're here. Then what in the world happened here? I don't know. Huh? I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case. And where's Detective Jowd? Is he alright? I don't know. Huh? The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden. Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left the Super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanela fired into him with the bullet. The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Jowd and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat. And then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Jowd and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. Oh, that's quite an adventure. What happened next? I don't know. Huh? It was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Oh boy, it sounds like it's quicker to see for myself. Yeah, sounds like it. Camilla, are you okay? Oh my god. Camilla? Oh, she's being controlled. Right. Right, I forgot about that. That's why Camilla can't remember anything. Hello, Lynn. Where's the detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago? Well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back. She has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead. Oh my god. One-handed as well. Crazy. I feel like being in a little girl's body, like, you wouldn't be able to hold the gun with one hand like that. There's no way. Like, especially not to actually fire the thing. You'd be insane to even try. I guess he doesn't really mind the body being damaged though, which is, you know, a problem. Keep the aim steady. Yo, definitely, yeah. The fact that you are here means that my revenge plan has failed. revenge plan? It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution. Well, knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted, to be executed by his own daughter? I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know what I've... What in the world? An explosion? Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had? Look out! Oh. She actually saved... Well, Camilla, I guess, right? Because even though the guy is in her body at the time, it's still Camilla's body. Makes sense. Revenge, huh? It's a feeling I just can't understand. Of course not, you're not him. He's right, I'm not him, am I? He was going to shoot Detective Jowd. As Camilla, when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible. Anyway, let's bring you back to life. Again. You didn't have to add the again part. I mean, we did. It's... Look, when you die 5 times, I feel like we can add the again part, okay? Died more than Krillin, exactly. Let's see, the cause of death this time was a mysterious explosion. Pretty up for a dead woman. You know how detectives love a good mystery? It's like a shot of vitamins. And what do you mean for a dead woman? Anyway, I guess we should look for a way to stop the explosion. Let's do this thing. Finding clues is like a dose of minerals to a detective. I'm afraid with my memory loss, I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are. Can't do anything. Oh, there we go. And then that happens. Can't reach anything in 10 years. Shoot. Blah. Phone rings. Like that. And then I can get her there and go to the phone. Actually, no. Wait, what does this do? Oops. Okay. The phone got unhooked. We managed to somehow knock down the receiver. Somehow managed. Who's to say that's not how I planned it? Come on, hurry! Now's your chance to get on the phone. Might be Detective Jowd. Yeah, I definitely planned that. 100%. Oh, it's just random personal submarine. Hello? Anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyway, come if you're coming. We're leaving. Okay, we'll go there to see if we can do anything. So it must be true what they say, that there are restless ghosts on board. That does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom. Yeah, you do that. Who is he calling restless ghosts? Well, it's true, neither one of us is really resting in peace. True. Looks like the sub just lost one of its crew. I Guess that means the fate of this sub has changed slightly. Okay. Cecil has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip, blah blah blah. So then they take the meteorite fragment from him. Oh shit. Well, they decided to conclude the deal without the other party present. They're just going to go ahead and steal a Demtic fragment. But that's cheating. I think we have more important things to worry about right now. So I guess... Ah. Come on. Let's follow it. Okay. They're all in there, huh? Very crowded. Ah, the Temsic fragment. You're mine at last. Don't rub your head against it. The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned. Yes, sir. Very well, sir. Well, there goes the control room. Cecil, what just happened? The whole room just disappeared with Detective Jowd in it. Don't worry then. I bet Detective Jowd can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady. I can't believe this is happening. Now then, I'd better hurry along before Cecil discovers what he's lost and comes after me. The Unova will be his coffin. Oh. May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Cecil. So that's what the explosion is. They blow the submarine up, I guess. So they escape and then you just leave them here so they can't get out. Aha, so that's the cause of the giant explosion. What is? Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo. It's like, well, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you? Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes more readily to mind. Looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired. I mean, there's a lever. Then we have this. And we're in the torpedo. There's no time, it's gonna launch. Don't worry, we can still find a way to stop it. What? How? Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do. I hope. Why was the I hope at the end the strongest part of that sentence? Okay, here goes. Oh. Oh? Wait, why is there a rat in there? What the heck? I came along for the ride without giving it much thought, but was this really the best move? I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us too. How in the world did it get in there? Good question. I think the outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort. Spinning black things, right? Apparently their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. They must be pretty heavy. I wonder if you can use these weights to our advantage somehow. Oops. There's a detonator. Don't press it, the torpedo will explode. Uh-oh, gotta be careful. There should be a safety device around here somewhere. You have to put the safety on before the sting blows up. Okay. This looks just just the thing. If you clamp this thing on the fuse, it should keep it from moving. But the rat is in the way. What does that mean exactly? It means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this. But before we can do that, yeah. There you go. There's the rat gone. Those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for that safety device. Clamp. That should keep this torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem. What's that? The torpedo is still going to impact. We can't do anything about that. Uh-oh. It's fine though. What was that noise? Looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine. But it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fate, including the little rats. Sissel, we did it! Fate averted. Oh yeah. What's the matter? You still look unhappy. We stopped the torpedo from blowing up, but we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine. You're right, I guess. Guess that's just what missiles do. They're unstoppable. Am I hearing things? Anyway, I guess we better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Right, I'm worried about Camilla. Yeah, missile is unstoppable, that is true. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Water. Uh-oh. Water is seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. I've got to get them out of here. I'd better go meet up with Lynn. The lights went out, but this machine apparently still works. Unfortunately, I guess it won't run for very long. But maybe I can use its movements to help me create a path. I mean, that's what I wanted to do, yeah. Huh. Okay. Like that. Okay, you made it. Honk. I think we got a horn, right? Is that what we were in at the last? Lynn. Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you. Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camilla. Oh, Missile, you're here. Oh, poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do? You have to get her out of here before any more water comes in. Sissel should be along any second. I knew Sissy would come. And Missy is here too. I'm so happy everyone is going to be with me now. Oh. Poor Camilla. It's Camilla. I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do. Oh, I think I'm going to cry. Or whimper, as the case may be. I'd better send a signal to Lynn that I'm here, before it's too late. Oh no, it's a flashlight, never mind. Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Sissel, he's here. We are. It's a good thing she has boots on for the water. I'm glad you're here, Sissel. Sorry for the wait. Looks like this room is gonna fill up with water fast. We better get out that door as quickly as we can. You won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great already, I can't open it. What? What does water pressure mean? Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here. The only way out of here is up, huh? Exactly. Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. I mean, there's a ladder. Look at that ladder. I wonder if you can get it down somehow. Good idea. Let's try it. Oh, and by the way, yeah? I can't swim. Neither can Camilla. Great. Don't you have any good news for me? Why do you feel stupid, Zelda? I mean, your character is smart. Those roles. What you said before? Oh, it stuck too much on for so long on the torpedo. Right, I see. Yeah, so the only thing I could think of was like if I put both of the heavy things at the top, then they want to fall down again. But yeah, if you don't think of it that way, it can be a while, I imagine. Because I was like, well, if it has to go down, it rotates. But you have to think in the 3D as well in a 2D game, which is not easy to do. You found the solution at the very last second. Well, it's so good, though. Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please? Okay. Turn this handle. And this glove moves. Fuse box. Can go to the hook. There's also this door. Can I open this? It's stuck on something. I can't move it. Leave it to your superhuman strength. Okay. Remove the chain. Gets hooked. It's a little bit annoying. How do I... Ah, okay. You did it, Sissel, thanks. I guess the hook comes later. Well, pretty impressive to climb a ladder like that, to be honest. It's not the easiest thing to do while carrying someone. Oh god. Nice catch. What was that? Looks like water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about. And the flashlight is out. Nice. Sissel, the flashlight doesn't work anymore. Hey, don't get mad at me. Maybe the contacts are bad or something. Oh yeah, no, you can fix it with your powers. Okay, now that's just taking things too far. Can I? I can, apparently? Oh hey, great. Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something? That's a cruel question, considering the circumstances. Now all we have to do is open the door. Oh, well, there goes the flashlight. Whoops. Uh-oh. This is not good. Where are we? We fell down all the way, I guess. Oh no, we're right there, okay. What happened now? The submarine seems to have gone vertical. Looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. Can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet. Come on now, as if the latter could be true. That comment of Sissel is curious. The way you rear up on its hind legs. Why would he think of it as a creature? That's weird. I mean, plus the thing, like everyone who we've talked to as ghosts have had some semblance of their memory return relatively quickly. But he hasn't had a reference at all for anything, which is odd. Well, not all things. He's had a reference for some things, but not a lot. Especially when it comes to like normal human things. Which makes me think our soul is not human. That we might be an animal, which also would explain the reference to rearing up on hind legs, right? And it would explain why we couldn't find a different person when we woke up. There was no human body or human like remains that we could have originated from, other than Sissel at the time, who we know we're not. Right? Animal souls over human souls? Yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna try. So if we are an animal soul, if we are something else, what was near the body of Sissel when it all happened? I mean, there was the cat that moved the body, but it was alive at the time. I don't know if I don't remember there being anything else. It could be a cat, I guess. Yeah, I don't think, maybe, I mean, it could be like a cockroach or something that we haven't seen. That's possible, but it seems more likely that they would have shown hints, at least. And the cat has been shown. So it's possible. A random fly, maybe, yeah. Or the path of the main antagonist. Ooh, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the theory that we might be a cat. I think that's my main theory. But honestly, we haven't done many cat-like things. And we are friends with the dog, which is even crazier, you know? But that might happen if we don't remember that we're a cat, right? What now? The water sure is rising fast. Come on. You'll just have to go up to the top, and see how I can help with my ghost tricks. But who is Ray? The lamp? The desk lamp. I mean... that I actually have no clue about. Because it would be weird if it was Sissel himself. Right? I mean, it's possible. But then, like, if it was Sissel, he wouldn't have given any information about saving Lynn, right? Which they did. Though, I guess they wanted Lynn to be in prison, not necessarily killed. Because they implicated her for murder. I'm not sure. I don't actually know. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think I see a familiar flame over there. Sissel, there you are. How's it going? How's it going? I'd say it was going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous this situation is, don't you? Of course, after all. Just ask anybody who knows how much I hate taking a bath. Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies? Of course. Okay. We have the large fan, the medium fan, and a small... No, that's also medium fan, so... Okay, so I need... Swap. Does it do anything? Oh, there's a tiny fan here. Move the pipes around? I don't know what I'm doing.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hi, Mahans. I hope you're doing good. Be strong, nice. What am I doing? Misao can go all the way up there, but... Go up is easier said than done when I'm holding Camilla. I know, we're gonna try to create a path for you somehow. The water just keep on rising. Please hurry. And by the way, did I ever tell you? You can't swim, neither can Camilla. Oops, already said that, didn't I? Okay, well, good luck. Well, I can't even reach anywhere. And all we can do is swap with Misao. Swap pipes around, but that's not gonna help much. Is it? They do spray out steam differently. Which I don't know how that helps me. I actually have no idea what I'm doing. Yoda, thank you for the hydrate. Like if Sissel can't... Oh, wait! Oh. Okay, never mind. Thank you for the hydrate as well, Zelda. The water is still rising, it's up to my knees. And it's freezing cold. Just hold on, we better create a path and fast. Okay. Nice. How about that? Oh, this is great, you made a staircase for me. You better hurry, I don't think that water is gonna wait for you. Smart. I already did the thing before I even knew what the thing was, you know? Yeah, I need to... The steam is getting in the way, it's too hot to get through. There's no way to go around either. Think you can do something? Oops. Oh, we can talk. This thing called water, look what it's done. Huh? Just a second ago it was chilling me to the bone and now it's hitting me as a steam hot enough to melt a person. My boots and my coat are soaking wet. Water just pours out of them when I move. How dare that water treat you like that? Here, let me lap it all up for you. You better not, Miss Alice. It's salt water. Also, he can't really do that. He's dead. He's a spirit. Can't really lap it up, can he? So I still need to get up somehow. don't think this helps. I can't reach that. Okay, wait. Damn it. I can't reach it when it's like that. I know, the water is rising, blah blah blah. I don't think that does much. Oh, there's no way. How do I... I want to operate this. And then immediately go over. Oh, now I go. Okay. But that timing was a bit strict. Come on. Nice. Oh, can you get out of there for a second? Nice. I've returned this. Water's getting really close now. Guess I'll switch the pipes around so you can get across, okay. I think these. If I swap the pipes, it changes how the steam comes out. Yep, and then, no, not that one. This. How does that look? Looks great. All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way. It's not that far now. Try to move forward. Ouch. We've got this. Look up there. If I can just make it to that door, we can escape. Now how in the world am I going to get up there? Don't yell at me. If you want to yell, you can yell at me. Missile. How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it? I think you just did. Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynn up with. Something to whisk Miss Lynn up and glide her ever so slightly to the top with. Are you being sarcastic? A little bit. A little bit of sarcasm never hurt anyone. There we go. Alright, now this is what I'm talking about. Raise away. There we are. Okay. You didn't first try it. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. Can't you not? I can't do it. Open it, hurry. Is that any way to ask for something? I mean, it's fair. She's dying. It's no use, I can't budge it, must be stuck. but... No! The water! This way. Oh. Okay. Also, you probably shouldn't drag her underwater before pulling her up, but I guess... Who was that? What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea. But I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light. Oh. Ray of light, huh? We were talking about Ray earlier. Lights to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. Nice. Chapter 17. The upended submarine continues to sink slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them, but at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? I mean, it seems to be an amalgamation of things that are floating together, like held together by some mysterious ghostly force. Right? Because they're not actually connected to each other. Eek! Oh. What's that? Okay. Hello? Oh. It's Sissel, I guess. See, you managed to survive, detective. Hey, you're... Excuse my appearance, I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course, what else would explain all those unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you? Sissel, look at you. What happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are. That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight I thought I was you, Sissel. Sissel? My name isn't Sissel. I bet you'll remember really soon who you are and who I am too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth, or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind, a memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. I mean, is it Ray then? But if it... Yeah, because they said his name wasn't Sissel, right? Who was it that said that? One of the detectives was like, but his name wasn't Sissel or something like that, right? Oh my god, that's good. It's all over for this submarine. But they kept calling them Sissel as well, like the bad guys too. A lot of weird stuff going on. His name is John Cena. Oh no. Da, 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 da. He got us good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engine room is destroyed. There's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? Thought you had to deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Temsic fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your powers? Yeah, the meteorite's radiation has two effects on a living creature. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. These 10 years. We're actually gonna get a lot of info now. Info dumping, yay! I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research, and I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers, like possessing and manipulating objects. And in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently there are individual differences in the powers we get, and it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah, my powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. Is it? How then? In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite. It's radiation. Okay, hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so we must have been really close to the meteorite fragment when we died. And the dog, Missile, died very close to the meteor itself. And I kind of had the idea back then of like, oh, so it has to do with the meteorite and being close to it when you die. That's what does it? Dying or being exposed to radiation? On that day, 10 years ago. A fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart and I died. So of course I received special powers. Lumen, hello! I hope you're doing good as well. And Pokekick too, I don't know if I said that. Wait a minute, is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. F-Doggo. Aren't the Temsic remnants still right there in the bottom, in the park at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation too. Stop being headachy? Oh no. That's not good. I hope you feel better soon. Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before the person's death is another effect of the meteorite. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death. Replay the moment of death? This is also strange and confusing. I can't take it all in. It makes about as much sense to me as anything else. True. Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death. What? My body's vital function stopped 10 years ago, but my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed, not really alive, not really dead. Pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day, my hair hasn't grown an inch. To think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. Said he couldn't cut this guy's body with his scalpel. So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow. Yeah, it's a weird way to live, but also it gives you immortality, right? You're just alive forever. Which, both good and bad, I guess? Well, alive in quotations, right? You can do stuff. You can do all kinds of things. And he could have used it for good, I guess, technically. He's a vampire. Not really. Because he doesn't need blood or anything to survive. He doesn't even need food. He just is. He doesn't need sleep or anything. Honestly, he could be the most productive person in existence. But instead he tried to become some kind of criminal. Some criminal mastermind. I'm like, what the heck? Dude, you could have done so much good, but no. He just wanted revenge. For what exactly? I don't know. For his continued existence? Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives? As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate. Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the Justice Minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. And that's why he wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Huh? Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Temsic. Detective Jowd was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Same with Cabanela and the Junkyard Super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And as it turns out, he was too. I was one of their targets as well, so they stole my Temsic fragment and here I am. But they had one more final target. Lynn. You, detective. Me? Cabanela thinks he's a JoJo character. I mean, he might be. You weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago. I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage. Okay, but I was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah, I know. Huh? 10 years later, and you'd become a detective looking into Jowd's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. That's why she was super shocked and just being like disbelief, right? I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Their subconsciousness resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The aim was off, and the first shot missed the mark. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan anyway. Then this guy showed up. And they wanted her dead. Just dealt with completely. They had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that, but then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. The inspector in white was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temsig meteorite. Because you were looking into the Joud case. They thought you would find out about Temsig sooner or later. No? And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush this submarine. Oh no! There are no cores that link from here to the water surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and there are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for this submarine to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape. I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years. You what? This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine, sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. This must be how you felt all along. Oh, she woke up. Then? Camilla, is it true? We're stuck here? What? If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry. That's funny. What is it, Sissel? Something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsig fragment and escape, if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea? Good question. And I guess it doesn't matter why now. I'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to. Wait a minute. Yes, we do. We can track it. This will tell us where Detective Joud is. A present from the inspector in white. That's right, Detective Joud told me to hold on to it for him. And the bullet is still in this person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this. But even if we found out where it is, how did we get there? We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers. Right, Miss Lin? Right. Oh, and wait. Wait a minute. What about a torpedo? A torpedo? In any case, it's way too early to give up. Looks like Detective Joud is our last hope. Come on, let's get started. Okay. grapes. Okay. Let me go to the phone. Torpedo room. A torpedo room, huh? There might be another torpedo left in there. I'll go check it out. Oh, I get it. You're going to use a missile to ram the control room. Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow up Detective Jowd. But something like that. We'll climb up to the torpedo room too. Up is definitely safer. I'll see you there then. Okay, so now the person who we've been trying to deal with this entire time is kind of on our side. Not really, but they've basically given up anyway, so... Looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me. I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now. Good luck. Okay, let's launch the missile. What will happen to these 2 ladies? I think that's up to us and our powers. What? There's no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength missile? Me? Of course I will. Count on it. Swap the switches around. It's kind of odd to do, but... There we go, that torpedo looks serviceable. All set on this end too. But something's odd. What is? The command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking. Sinking? Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. Hop into the missile and launch it for you. This is also why there's 2 spots on the missile. So we and missile can both get on. I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head towards the command room where Detective Jowd is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room. Got it. Then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That will probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Come on, Missile. Missile? I'm sorry, I can't go. What? I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it. Oh, Missile. Missile. I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Sissel. I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. I mean, I guess we can do it by ourselves then. Oh, I want you to go, Missile. What? But Miss Lynn? You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope. But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to ever see you again, never ever. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camilla? I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry. Miss Camilla. That's a good boy, Missile. Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw the switch. We're ready. Okay. Let's do this. It's the final stretch. Sissel? Yes? You never found out who you really were, but that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything. I'm glad I met you, Detective. But we're going to see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Miss L? That's right. We promised, little lady. Of course we will. I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here goes then. Good luck, friend. Boom. So I'm assuming that with Sissel's body, there's a reason they would jettison Sissel's, or I keep calling him Sissel, but that's not his name, right? But the criminal's body was jettisoned. Might be because they know we are around, or that they know about the whole thing of like trying to get back in time to save them. If time was frozen for that body the entire time, then 4 minutes before their death would be before the meteor strike. If we can go back to that period of time, we can make sure none of it happens. Would change a lot, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. These 12 seconds are lost in eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light, of hope, reach this far down into the deep sea? I like that they keep coming back to the ray of light. Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. But they still haven't told us their actual name. There we go. Oh. Detective Jowd. I bet that big masked man did this. I'm going to bite him. You better not, he might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking, so I wonder what this masked man is going to do. Let's talk to Detective Jowd. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. Can't believe you made it here. How's Camilla? What about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. I told them everything that happened on the Unoa. So the submarine is badly damaged. Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. Because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? Didn't even notice. Okay. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Why is he still appearing as this mess of things? Are you Yomiel? Oh, there. Okay. Name drop. Yomiel. Cool name. There he is. So you remembered me, do you? How could I possibly forget? That's your real name? Yomiel? That's right. But those people on the Unoa were calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. Oh, okay. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you. Right, Detective Jowd? Right. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you? Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know? You are. You are, Miss L. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Projects? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multidimensional programming theory. What the heck? Multidimensional? Okay then. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government. Doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about. To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. Police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took Little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiya. Well, I mean, the problem there, right? Even if you're innocent, escaping from prison and taking a girl hostage doesn't exactly look good, you know? Even if you were innocent of the other crime. I get that he was desperate, but you know. 10 years ago. I mean, he was being pressured too much, right? He was basically told, like, if you're not going to tell us anything, then you're going to die anyway. He just assumed that he would get, you know, sent to jail or executed or whatever. That his life was already over. Even though he was innocent. My soul was split from my body and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. So that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot. And the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth? A new beginning, huh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. Completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And their response in the end was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsik was all about. You have no idea. I had no idea they were doing all this. None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go through all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temsik meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. By Inspector Cabanela and the old pigeon guy, huh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me that odd Leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. That park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale. But that's why they couldn't steal the Temsik meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy the park in order to secure the Temsik meteorite. So that's it, huh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, huh? Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jowd back to life, of course. What good will that do now? But we promised. We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them. And we can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Sit down for a bit. So, where are we headed? We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too. It's a robot, right? By the way, I am not human, Detective. I am a remote-controlled robot, Detective. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off. You get that a lot, Detective. Why would you go through to all the trouble to do this? It's nothing but a shell there, it's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There's no need for you to know, Detective. Well, now it is time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective. Grr. Camilla, forgive me. Just gun down, huh? It isn't over yet. It isn't? Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning the situation around. Let's do it. Huh? What is it, detective? Look at Yomiel's shell. There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment is gone. Could this change in his shell give us some kind of lead? Figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they're afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temsic. His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death. Right, but not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away. Exactly, so what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So let's see, that means we can go back to 4 minutes before your death? But wait a minute, exactly when is that death? That's simple. We'll find out when we get there. Let's move. Let's go. To probably 10 years ago. I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever. Then I sighed. The final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all of the clues. All I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now. Nice. Let's do this. Final chapter. We're here. When was Yomiel's death? It was 10 years ago when a Temsic meteorite fell. The final and the first, exactly, Samit. We traveled back through time and now we're here at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. There's a fountain, Lynn is playing, his headphones on. It's ready! Hold it. Warning shot. Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me? Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. But he points the gun at Jowd. Huh? Oh, kitten. Shoot, you might get hurt. Cat. Meteorite. Okay. And then hits him. Where's the cat? You okay? You're alright now. Are you hurt? You saved me, mister. I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you. What's your job, mister? Me? I'm a police detective. So that's the Temsik meteorite, eh? It's beautiful, looking at it from this angle. Changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop Temsik from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life. I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jowd? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our final battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future. Okay, let's get started. I still want to save his life if possible. Okay, so I can't reach. What's the headphones? Roasted sweet potato nozzle. Can't reach. Oh, how are we gonna save you? If Lynn would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything. Oh, and her sweet potato is almost ready. Huh. She's not gonna budge from that spot. But, you know, it makes me wonder. A little girl all alone in the park, listening to music and roasting a sweet potato? What kind of childhood did this girl have? Doesn't everybody have at least one day in their life like that? Give her a break. Do you have lives like that, Misao? You love sweet potatoes? They are pretty good. Lynn won't budge from that spot, then we'll just have to have the fragment move instead. I mean, I can't get out of here. So I guess we have to wait. Ah. It's ready. And this happens. Takes a hostage. And the cat. Okay. We can turn up the volume, making her drop the sweet potato. What are you doing? You're going to hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. I really startled her. You even made her drop her sweet potato. I know how much this girl loves her food, too. Anyway, at least her fate has changed, albeit ever so slightly. Okay, so now I have a sweet potato. And we can get over here. Missile. You can get over here. On. Can spray. Can rock the basket. I have a good lurk, Zelda. Spray higher. Does it do anything? No. don't know. It's about time for the meteorite to come down. Uh-oh, we have to change the fragment's path somehow. Looks like both paths and fates can be difficult things to change. There has to be a way. I wonder why he's using the past tense. It already happened. So, what am I missing? So we can make it drop the sweet potato. Then we can move those two from that spot, which means we have to do something with the Tempsic fragment. So she drops the sweet potato. You can rock the basket. Drop this. What in the world is this thing? You forgot what a sweet potato is? It's a roasted root vegetable. It's good. It's nothing like them on a cold winter's day. They're sweet and they smell delicious. These guys sure are making me want to try one. Ah! Look at the sweet potato go! Look at that sweet potato. Big scary sweet potato. That's not a sweet potato missile, that's me now. Is the spirit that we control something that arrived with the meteor? I still think it might be the cat. The cat that's right next to the detective. The detective as the meteorite crashes. It just lines up with everything. Still doesn't make sense, it, still doesn't explain who Ray is though, but that's still my headcanon, is that we are a cat. Oh right, of course. But look at them, the potato and me now. Right now, they both have the same shape. So you're saying you could swap them. Good idea, Misa. Going to need your help. My help? Come on. Swap. The lamppost is bending, but it hasn't broken yet. Really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. Just might hold out for a little while longer. If I recall, the Tempsic fragment smashed through the glass lantern on its way down. But if Minos sits firmly in its way, then the fate should change. Okay. Is there anything else we can do? I don't think so. I guess we just wait. Now time for the meteorite to come down. Don't worry, Missile. I think we're ready for it. If anything can get in the way is that sweet potato. Okay. Let's see what happens. Boom. There, how's that? Look, the fragment's course. It changed a little. Naomio's fate should really change. Wait a minute. Take another look at the fragment's trajectory. Now that it's changed, what's in its path? In its path? No! Detective Jowd. The Temsic fragment shot through his leg. What? The cruel twists of fate weren't over yet. Come on, put it down. Huh? Jowd, put the gun down, now. If you don't, you're going to shoot him. Don't know if it's his detective training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver. Put the gun down. Bang. No. Knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands. Nope. Missile! I used to be a detective, but then I took a meteor fragment to the knee. Honestly, a lot more painful than an arrow, I would think. Has a lot more speed to it. Both are very painful though. It's honestly surprising he hasn't passed out from the pain. Also hot, true. I won't let that happen. Missile, the bullet stopped in midair. I'm here, inside the bullet. Now let's swap it with something. What? With what? The roasted sweet potato, what else? Detective Jowd, the meteor fragment is what made you pull the trigger. We won't let you become a murderer. We have to prove that the murder isn't the detective's true fate, and to do that we have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape. Get hit with a sweet potato! Oh no, we stopped the bullet, but we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back might not have changed, but I'm still alive. What? I'm not dead, I'm just unconscious. Okay, so your fate of death has changed, but still. This fate is just too painful to watch in every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. But we were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning. Uh-oh. Look out! Wake up! You gotta get out of here. Out of there. No! Damn it, my leg won't work. It's all over, we're out of time. Miss Lynn! It's not over yet. But there isn't anything else to swap with. Why don't we just let it play out and then try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse, and then you can read over her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but her memory of it would remain, like a scar on her psyche. I won't let that happen, not if I can help it. But what can we do now? Even if we work together, I think there might be something that can be done. What is it? What can Sissel and I do? Don't forget, I'm here too. With 3 kinds of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death. Meow. Sissel, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Huh? I don't get it. Just trust me. Let's go. Alright, I'll try to move there. Now gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all. And remember, you'll only have a split second. Now, do it. Got it. Now it's your turn, Missile. What, me? Well, what can I do? Think you know the answer to that. Okay, got it. You can swap them. The hunk of concrete will go back to its original position. But even if I swap them, it'll still be right above Miss Lynn. Don't worry. I'll do it. I'll swap them. He falls again. It's no use. We can't stop that horrible Mino. What can we do now? I don't see how gaining a second or two helped. Oh, it helped alright. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn? You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean... That's right. I'm going to save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Oof. You gods. Heal me all. Oh, you're awake. Hey, mister, is your knee okay? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. A meteor hit you in the leg and is now stuck in your leg, my dude. That's not a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt. You saved me, mister. I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you. What's your job, mister? Me? I'm a police detective. You think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could. But... What's that? This is a detective's badge. We give them to children who have been very brave. A detective's badge? Thanks. Okay, you know what to do, little detective. Are you alive? Yeah, sadly. Hang on, help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. It was as if somebody else was controlling me. I see. But, you know, I'm glad it happened. Oh. Cat. Hey, mister. I found this kitten. It was over there. Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray. It's kind of limp. Is it okay? Oh no. I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything. Oh my god. I was right. The cat got hit by a little piece of meteorite and is in literally the same situation as Yomiya was. Oh my god. Because that same cat was in the junkyard 10 years later. And cats do not live... I mean, they can live that long, but like... It looked exactly the same, is all I'm saying. Doesn't look like it's injured or anything. Poor little kitty. How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? Well, looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sissel's. There we go. Sissel? The name Sissel echoes in my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years. You were my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Old friend. Oh my god. I was right all along. Well, I only got the theory like an hour and a half ago or something. How did the cat not know sweet potatoes? Well, maybe they never thought of it. I don't know. They might not know all the human foods, you know? I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world. So this all played out. The meteorite fragment hits Yomiao and the kitten. Somebody please look at me. Oh, kitten? Shoo, you might get hurt. Somebody please reach a hand out to me. I just only died at the time. I'd lost everything. My life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten. With no recollection of who I was, I lived as a cat with you for a while. What? After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to just being just a cat, and then the man gets his body back. Got his body back. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see, just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomiao." Oh. The man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man. And there was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. First I could only manipulate small creatures and objects, but then after a while I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Distorted, artificial light. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. I'm a cat. Meow. Black cat. I was possessing Sissel then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of your old friend. Sissel was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in the country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. The missed shot killed the cat. What was that? Sissel, there inside the bag, was dead. What? I wasn't able to control her completely. The first bullet didn't hit anything, or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Sissel inside that bag. Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of Temsig radiation. And that's when I got my powers of the dead, my ghost drinks. But then who is Ray? I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought that corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind the corpse. Oh my god. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight. If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the things about individual differences in powers we get. I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there are some things that you can do that I can't. You mean, can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that. I mean, true. If he had the power over death, then like he would have had to been able to use it a lot more already. But you're here 10 years in the past now. That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you. In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate, and I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too. I believe you're right. So this was the last fate to be averted, huh? But now what? Do we go back to the present? How much has changed at that point? Like, we're still alive. Yomiel is still alive. Like, everyone is alive now. So where does that put us? Do we just relive life from those 10 years ago? So Yomiel, looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure. Yes, and I'm glad too. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we go back. A new 10 years later was just born. Right, we should get back to our new present. I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again. Yeah, like, Missa will probably be alive too, because if the Temsic meteorite didn't hit Yomiel, then the deal wouldn't have been struck, and Missa wouldn't have been run over trying to get to Camilla. Like, Camilla wouldn't have been kidnapped. There's so many like threads that just unravel, and they're just wouldn't have happened. They would have just lived normal lives. But these past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain. True. Including the memory of what I did, my crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, eh? And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Sissel? Yes? When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It will be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now. Right, no, Yomiao? Thank you, Sissel. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too, Yomiao. Sissel? Are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand if we weren't. Don't worry, Miss Al. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then. Sissel, I'll never forget you. Oh yeah. The cat and the dog are gonna be friends forever. I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little black cat. Home, huh? It sounds good, Detective Jowd. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now we're each going back to our new present. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Wait. No? Before we go back to a new present, I wanted to thank you. There he is! Before I cease to exist. Oh, it's you. Yes, it is I, Ray, in case you've forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Sissel. Thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know, who exactly are you? Fair enough, I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. Oh my, what is this? What is Ray? You changed the fates of many people tonight. The first of which was hers. Right. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. Another small creature? After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. Right. Misao got killed, Camilla got taken captive. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling hiding place and left, and in the process... Oh, Camilla died too. Okay, never mind. They killed both. Instead of kidnapping Camilla, like they did in the other timeline. Two little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw toward his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. But look at that, powers of the dead, but how? He didn't really understand it himself, not yet anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it, do you not? Wait a minute. Yeah, the Sissel was right there. That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the man, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in red in the deep, deep sea. And then... he went back. He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. What? Wait, what? Wait, Misao did this? He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh? Oh my god. It's old Misao. That's right. I'm Misao. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own, so you decided to wait these 10 years out. Yeah, he's best doggo. Even without this, he was best character. Exactly, and then at last, that fateful night rolled around again. By this time, I'd grown old and my powers were weak, so I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second, you were able to manipulate that desk lamp. Over the course of the long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching The Man in Red, I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could do. Like travel through the telephone lines, for example. What? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power. Especially if you're trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before on that night the first time around. What? We met before? From listening to the conversation of the two intruders to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life at that junkyard on the edge of town. I followed Ghost World paths to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. It made my first stand on end, I can tell you. That was me? So I was shot on that night the first time around as well. You had lost your memory that time too. You had just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared. Away over the telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, to Yoimiya. What? I gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. So did he lie? I guess he was lying, right? And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have been all been over. Then you mean that thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that, completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. Yeah, Miss Sal's smart doggo. Now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Miss Sal, I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. And so you did. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I mean, honestly, Ray being old Miss Sal is something I did not expect. A lot of the other plot twists I kind of had an idea of, but this I was like... Yeah, I wouldn't have got there at all. So you waited and waited these 10 long years, all for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla. Of course, because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Sissel. Aww. So the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what had really happened in the town tonight. I made my way back to a new present. Let's go. Let's have a good life as a cat, I guess. But are we going to be a cat with special powers still? How come it's so dark? I'll just turn on the lights here. Oh, it's Lynn. Oh my god, it's the cake. Do 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 do. Hooray! Camilla. Were you surprised? Bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. Yippee, it works! But it's not even my birthday today. It was my mom's birthday, the day before yesterday. I made the surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again. Aww. That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right? Really? Thank you, Detective Jowd. Dad, you're home. Hi, Camilla. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today. Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh? Something wrong? You have one of those badges too. Oh, this, yeah. I have one just like it. My dad just gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine, though. How long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn? What's wrong with it? To me, this is the symbol of a real detective. It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day? When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow. Destiny, huh? And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me. That you will. That you will. Meow. Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're that same little kitten. That's right, the very one. You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Yep, he never ages. Because he has a Temsik shard in him. Still a kitten? Yep, he never got any bigger or anything. Oh, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Sissel. Sissel. Seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. I think Sissel likes you, Lynn. What's our mom? Alright everyone, let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom. I bet you're just like me. Your destiny let you here somehow too. Meow. And so we meet again, Sissel. She does remember. From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world, and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch the strange and beautiful patterns of their lives as they unfold. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while. Nice. Oh, there he is. Nice. Happy birthday to a lovely Lynn. Oh, like I said, it is my birthday. I'll go. Hey, Miss Al. I thought I'd ask you to stay home and guard the fort. But birthdays are for celebrating together, with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. Aww. One big happy family. Oh my god. He's learned those dance moves, huh? There. How do you like that? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. Maybe now I can be a great detective, just like Inspector Cavanella. What kind of example is the inspector providing for his man? I mean, he's got some moves, I gotta say. He did pretty good there. Oh, she's still working there. Here's your food, gentlemen. Why does he not have his shoes on? He's in a public place. I heard you were gonna be picking new members for the Special Investigation Unit today. So you took on a part-time job here again just so you could eavesdrop? Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goals. Never cooked this way before. So exotic, so exciting. Turmeric, coriander, cumin, and fenugreek. Oh, damn it. Is this really necessary, this new curry chicken, I mean? Oh, but our very best customer requested it. Oh, okay. It's just going a little bit too fast, the dialogue, for me to read it out loud. Oh boy, I don't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is this very best customer anyway? Oh my god, it's Sausage Man. Sausage Man. Good game. It is a good game, Pip. It was great. Sausage Man is not in jail. The Rockstar guy wouldn't be in jail either. Oh. Are you sure we really need all these explosives? Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said. I wouldn't be in the room with it when you... Wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams. Oh my god. He's rich. He just has money fall on his head. So this is where you work, huh, Papa? That's right, sweetheart. Darling husband, don't you have any ideas at all you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories, the indiscretions of a minister, perhaps? No, must you talk that way in front of our darling angel? Here's to the stodgy mind of my darling husband. Did she hit him in the head? Looked like it. So what are these planning now? This deal is going quite well, oh I must say. These grapes are quite good, my man. You know I was about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. Be for once, sir. The God. Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me a case of the vapors? I believe I nearly died of fright just now. And what deal did they make now? Because it's not the original deal. Oh, there he is. Love, peas and pigeons. Long live rock and roll. He's investigating the meteorite. But why? Because the previous time he started investigating it because of the body that was regenerating. And the radiation stuff from it. Stop the park from charging admission. Protect the rights of all who live here. Maybe because of the cats this time around. It's possible. Oh yeah, those dance moves. Today's the day, you know. He's finally getting out. You know, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. So let me show you a new dance that's been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomachache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm really interested in that one. Think you could show it to me, say, next week? You got it. So he's getting out is, I imagine, Yomiao, right? Who they're talking about. Oh my god, he's wearing the same... Okay, I like that. I like that he's wearing the same clothes. The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside. What did he paint? Did he paint the cat? Thank you, Sissel. He must have painted the cat, right? Surely. Yeah. Nice. Good thing his legs recovered. Yeah, somehow. He got crushed by the thing, so I don't know how he even recovered from that. But... Beautiful. Nice. The credits aren't done yet. We did it. Now I still have a lot of time to the stream, at least how long I usually stream. So, anyone got any ideas for games that I could play? I could go through my list of games as well. Let me see. We have Disco Elysium, Deathloop, Hitman 3, The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. That's a long one, so I don't want to do that one right now. Disco Elysium might be long too, to be honest. What else? Lots of things to do. Vampire. What's a little rat? Super Cable Boy, Start Again, Final Prophet, Paranorma Site, Nobody Saves the World. Ayuden Chronicles, Persona 5 Tactica. I don't know. There's a lot of things. Too many things, one could say. I could also just play Celeste or something. What do you think, chat? Any ideas, or maybe a game on the list I just said that you're like, oh, I would love to see that? We did it. There's challenges. Oh, these are like achievements, are they? Avert fates without any deaths after final fate change. Chapter 5. Annihilate the way outside without failing. Okay. Take aim and nail it on the second try. Fail by keeping the ball away from Mino. Avert fate without any deaths after the final fate change. All 5x5 ghost puppies. Disco Elysium is good, but I think you need a decent amount of time for it, better for another stream. Makes sense. I mean, I could start that on Tuesday, right? So that's definitely a possibility. But if I do that Tuesday, then what do I do today? Bunch of illustrations. junkyard. All the scenes, there's the lamp. Honestly, the art in this game is so good. Oh. There's even just cutscenes? That's not an illustration. At least I wouldn't call it an illustration. So many memories. A lot of information about all of the characters. So many characters as well. Other me. Music. Ooh. I like this one. I mean, I like all of the music to be honest, but this one is nice. This one too, actually. More chase. Oh, there's all the themes of the characters. Lynn's theme is great. Joud's theme is very good as well. Very stately. Oh yeah, their theme. It's very like gangstery, I guess, like criminal. Very sneaky theme, I guess. Vanilla. Very upbeat. Nothingness. Where's Missile's team? Variation, reincarnation. Aw, that's a nice one. I guess this one is technically Missile's theme because it's Ray. There's some really cool ones. Anyway, I'm good. Let's see what we can do here.